Welcome to the third episode of the Ancient Wisdom Journey podcast. I am Nico, your calm companion on your journey. Wherever you are right now, whether you are moving through the world or finding a moment of stillness, let's leave the rush outside the door of your mind. If you are driving, keep your eyes on the road, but let your shoulders drop. If you are seated, feel the weight of your body against the chair. If you are on your feet, feel the solid ground beneath you. Think of my voice as a doorway to that quiet corner of the old library we share. Even as you move through your day, the air here remains still, and the light remains soft. For the next few minutes, nothing is expected of you. I'm not here to lecture you or give you more to-do lists. I'm here simply to share the gentle strength of those who found peace long before the world got so loud. We are leaning on the wisdom of masters like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca to find our own center. You are safe here. Let's begin. In our previous episodes, we talked about the first pillar, perception. We focused on the inner citadel and the master of attention. Today, I want us to dive deeper into the first pillar. We will talk about the purple dye of emotion. In my years of observing the human heart from the shadows of the library, I have noticed that most people are not suffering from what is happening to them, but from the story they tell themselves about it. We walk through the arena carrying jars of ink, and at the slightest bump from a stranger or a difficult event, we shatter those jars, staining the entire day with the dark ink of our judgment. I have seen a person receive a single critical email in the morning and allow it to ruin a beautiful sunset 10 hours later. I have seen a small disagreement turn into a cloud of resentment that follows a family into the evening. We are prone to emotional staining. We take a neutral fact, like a car cut me off. A friend hasn't texted back. The rain is falling, and we immediately pour the dye of bad, unfair, or catastrophic over it. We have forgotten that while we cannot control the weather of the arena, we are the ones who choose the colour of our own lenses. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius had a beautiful and stinging metaphor for this, the purple dye. In his time, the most expensive royal fabric was dyed with a specific pigment from a sea snail. It was the height of luxury. Yet, the emperor reminded himself that even his royal robe was nothing more than sheep's wool stained with the blood of a shellfish. He applied this to the mind. He taught that your soul takes on the colour of your thoughts. If you constantly think, "This is terrible," or "They are out to get me," your soul becomes stained with those colours. Most of our misery is not royal or important. It is simply a neutral event that we have dyed purple with our own ego. The goal of the scholar is to keep the water of the mind clear. When an event happens, we must see it in its naked, undyed state. A plate is broken. A flight is delayed. A person is angry. These are facts. The misery only begins when we add the dye of our own opinion. In the library of the body, this dye is not metaphorical, it is chemical. When you label an event as bad or threatening, you signal your endocrine system to release a flood of cortisol and adrenaline. Your breath becomes shallow and rapid. This is the chemical dye of stress flooding your system because your mind has labeled a neutral event as a threat. When you practice objective sight, you are physically clearing the vessel. As you strip away the purple dye of judgment, you can feel the physical release. The tension in the forehead softens, the heart rate slows. You move from a state of high alert to a state of high awareness. You realize that peace is not something you get from the world. It is the natural state of the vessel when you stop pouring in the ink of your own judgments. You are returning to your natural frequency, the frequency of the ancient wisdom. Before we move to the practice of today's rite, I want to pause and look at you, truly look at you, across this distance. I know that as you listen to these words about ink and stains, you might be looking back at your morning or your week with a sense of regret. Perhaps you lost your temper with someone you love. Perhaps you allowed a small comment from a colleague to pull you into a dark, swirling cloud of anxiety for hours. I want you to hear me clearly. You are not weak. The modern arena is designed to shatter your jars of ink. It is built to keep you reactive, defensive, and stained. When you falter, you are not failing the wisdom. You are simply proving that you are human, navigating a world that has forgotten how to be still. I am not here to judge the colours of your day. I am here to hold the light while you find your way back to the clear water. We are scholars, not statues. We stumble, we learn, and we begin again. Every time you realize you have been dyed by a judgment, that realization itself is a victory. It means the gatekeeper has woken up. Stone is with the rain. I am right here with you. We are walking this hall together. Now, let us take that clear, non-judgmental eye into our practice for today. Today, we will practice the art of clear water. Identify 3 staining moments throughout your day and strip them of their colour. First, the catch. The moment you feel a spike of annoyance or anxiety, say to yourself, "The dye is leaking." Second, the strip. Describe the event using only objective facts. Remove every adjective. Instead of saying, "My partner is being so inconsiderate," say, "There are 3 plates in the sink. My partner is in the other room. I am standing in the kitchen." Third, the observation. Notice how the emotional heat in your chest disappears when the adjectives are removed. For our readers, I offer a challenge. Try to go a full hour without using the words good, bad, stupid, or unfair. Observe how quiet the world becomes when you stop grading it. Remember, events do not have colours. We are the ones who bring the paint. As we close our session in the library today, carry this thought with you. The soul is dyed by the thoughts it keeps. Choose a colour that allows you to see the light. Our time in the library is coming to a close for now, but I want you to take this feeling of stillness with you as you move forward. You don't have to leave the fortress behind just because you're stepping back into the world. Think of the pillars we discussed today, not as heavy stone walls, but as a mental toolkit. If things get heavy today, if the noise of the arena starts to press in, or the digital rush begins to pull at your attention, remember that you carry the key to this quiet space inside yourself. You can return here with a single breath at any moment, no matter how loud the world becomes. If you ever feel lost or the path becomes unclear, remember that we are building a map together. I've put everything we talk about, all the exercises and ancient rites, into a resource called the 5-Pillar Guide. Think of it as a map kept in the scholar's desk, waiting to help you find your way back home whenever you feel adrift. You don't have to navigate this restless world alone. I'll be right here in this quiet corner, waiting for you whenever you need to return. I am Nico, and this is the Ancient Wisdom Journey. Your journey to the best version of yourself. Be kind to yourself today. Guard your gates, and I'll see you in the next episode.